W. Jacobs' The Monkey's Paw functions as a narrative engine designed to punish its characters with the literal fulfillment of their own desires. The architect of this mechanism was W. Jacobs, who first published the story in 1902. The story begins with the White family in a state of quiet order. In their small parlor, father and son engage in a strategic game of chess, a world where every move is governed by logic and clear rules. This logic is disrupted by the arrival of Sergeant Major Morris. Having spent 20 years in the British military in India, he brings a chaotic, unpredictable energy into their domestic space. Morris carries a mummified monkey's paw, claiming it was enchanted by an old Indian fakir. This holy man wanted to demonstrate that fate ruled people's lives. The fakir's logic is represented in this simple flowchart. Any attempt to interfere with the natural order of fate triggers a mandatory outcome of sorrow. Despite having everything he needs, Mr. White decides to test this logic. He submits the first request to the paw, £200 to pay off the mortgage on his house. The artifact accepts the command instantly. As Mr. White speaks, the dead hand twists in his grip like a snake. With that single wish, the Whites have initialized the fakir's sequence. They are now locked into a chain of cause and effect that they cannot stop. By the following morning, the family has returned to their rational habits. They dismiss the previous night's events as a trick of the light or a joke told by a retired soldier. Their skepticism vanishes when a representative from the firm Ma and Megan's arrives. He is formal and nervous, appearing not as a supernatural entity, but as a corporate messenger. He reveals the mechanism through which the wish is being fulfilled. Their son, Herbert, has been killed after being caught in the grinding, heavy iron machinery at the factory. The firm disclaims all liability for the accident. However, in recognition of Herbert's service to the company, they offer the grieving parents a sum of exactly £200. This equation shows the paw's cold logic. It reconfigures reality to deliver requested value through a plausible industrial tragedy. The system maintains deniability. The parents wonder if their wish caused the death, or if they are profiting from coincidence. The monkey's paw functions as a literalist. It grants the exact phrasing of the request while systematically destroying the wisher's life. A week after the funeral, the heavy silence has settled over the house. The parents are left alone in a state of hopeless resignation. In the middle of the night, Mrs. White realizes the artifact still holds 2 remaining wishes. She demands that her husband use the paw to bring their son back to life. This wish lacks any critical parameters. She does not specify the physical state of the body, which was mangled by machinery and has been decaying for 10 days, nor does she account for the 2 miles of earth between the cemetery and the house. While the mother is blinded by grief, Mr. White realizes the horror of the command. He understands that the thing returning to them in the dark will not be the son he remembers, but a reanimated corpse. In a system designed to punish interference, ambiguity is a liability. The paw will exploit the vaguest parts of the command to maximize the parent's suffering. The parents wait in the dark. When their candle expires, it leaves them in a total, oppressive silence. A quiet, stealthy knock sounds at the front door. The system is delivering the result of the second wish. The knocking escalates into a heavy, rhythmic pounding. Mrs. White runs to the door, struggling with the stiff metal bolts to let her son in. Mr. White, terrified of what stands on the other side of the wood, drops to the floor. He sweeps his hands through the darkness, racing to find the paw before his wife can open the door. He finds the paw and whispers his third and final wish just as the final bolt is drawn back. The knocking stops instantly. The sequence is terminated. Mrs. White opens the door and wails in disappointment. The street lamp opposite shows a road that is completely quiet and deserted. The monkey's paw endures because it demonstrates that the most punishing force in the universe is the literal fulfillment of a human demand.